So The Last of Us Part 1 is out on PC. However, it's not in great shape at the moment. The port isn't the best. And so here I thought I'll make a list of 5 games that you can play while you wait for them to patch and fix this port and hopefully get a good discount. So the idea here is these are games with a bit of stealth element where the main role is you escort and protect an NPC, whatever the mission may be, but your main objective is to take care of another NPC. You may briefly play as the other NPC for 1 or 2 levels here and there, but most of them are linear story-driven games that you can check out. So here are my 5 picks for games similar to The Last of Us Part 1. We start off with Enslaved Odyssey to the West Premium Edition. So this is one of my favorite games of this similar genre. It's from the PS3 era of games, came to PC a few years later in 2013. And it's a third-person action adventure game. So here you protect a girl called Trip. You play as this guy called Monkey. And this is set in a post-apocalyptic future in the USA. So you are starting off somewhere in New York or something. And basically, instead of zombies and things like that, here you have mechs everywhere. So the main enemies you fight are mechs, these giant mechs. And this actually looks good. There's a lot of greenery, vegetation. The setting is excellent here. I've played this game a couple of times, finished this, and yes, a fun game. You get some upgrades for your main guy. For fighting, he uses a big staff to fight, and as you can see here, you have to protect the girl from the mechs and then help her get to her home. So good game, 8 to 10 hours probably playtime. Difficulties, I think there are a couple of difficulties, and this is made by Ninja Theory, the people behind the Hellblade games. So yeah, published by Bandai. The best sale we have got for this is 85% off. So yeah, next time you see a sale, you can pick this up. A Plague Tale Innocence, of course, this is a very popular recent game, very successful as well, has a sequel that came out very recently. So this is set in France in the 1300s, I believe, where you play as Amicia, and she has to protect her brother Hugo as they make their way through the plague-infested France. So this is set during the Black Death, where the plague was around everywhere and people were dying, and there are rats everywhere. So here you have to protect your brother. The main enemies here are the rats and the Inquisition. So there's some supernatural element here. Hugo needs to be protected and the Inquisition is after him. So you have to, guide him, keep him safe. And of course, there's a lot of stealthing involved here as well. Plus, of course, you're playing as a 14-year-old girl, so you can't just shoot your way through, enemies. You have to be stealthy. Great game, available on the Game Pass, and you can also pick it up when it's on sale. This goes down to 80% during sales, and there's also a demo. So the demo is the first chapter of the game. You could try it out, see if you like it. It is kind of intense, the first chapter, and then you can figure out if the rest of the game is for you. Next is another big AAA game. This is Bioshock Infinite. So this is the third game in the Bioshock series. Doesn't really have anything to do much with the first games. But yeah, there is a bit of a mystery here as well. You are on a floating city in the sky called Columbia. I don't want to go too much into the story because it is kind of a weird story and complicated to understand as well at some point. But yeah, it involves, this is the only FPS in this list, I believe. So you have your typical FPS stuff, but you also have the NPC Elizabeth, who you need to escort and protect, and she also helps out a bit, by throwing you, ammo and stuff like that. So yeah, very beautiful looking game, even though the story isn't the best in my opinion. You have some strange abilities here and there, but overall good quality game. Graphically looks good, and this is also frequently on sale at 80% off. Then of course we have The Walking Dead, and I'm talking specifically about the season 1. So season 1 was basically a big escort mission. You are playing as Lee and you have to protect this little girl called Clementine. through the zombie horde. So this is a set in the same universe as the TV show, if you're not familiar. And the characters, I think apart from one or two characters who make an appearance in the first episode, all the other characters are different. But yeah, you play mostly as Lee, and you have to protect Clementine. Great game, and the first season I think is still the best. There are 4 seasons in total, a mini series, and 1 or 2 DLC episodes as well. You could buy the entire thing if you prefer. It's a separate definitive edition, but if you just wanted the first season, because the first season fits the theme, then you can pick it up when it's on sale. It's probably, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know if it's on sale again because there were some issues. The original Telltale went under and then it was bought by Skybound. So I don't know if they sell this separately anymore or if they just sell the entire bundle. So you can have a look at that. But the bundle is frequently on sale and you get the entire thing remastered with all the episodes and everything. And then my final pick is a little known game called Shadwen. Now I have bought this game, but I haven't had the chance to play this. The other games I have played this, so this is more of a suggestion rather than a recommendation. This one here, you play as this woman who is an assassin called Shadwen. I think she's called Shadwen, I think. And she's like an assassin who's sent to kill the king or something. And on the way, she meets an orphan girl, and she has to protect the girl. Now, this has a more of a medieval setting, and it looks good from what I can see. I think it involves a lot more stealthing around, as you can see here. So yeah, interesting looking game. Hopefully I get time to check this out. But overall the reviews are positive. It's sitting at 73%, which is comfortably positive. And it's not an expensive game either. So on sales it's 75% off. So kind of cheap, and it's a few years old as well, so it shouldn't be a problem to run it either. But anyway, so these are my 5 recommendations for games that you could say are similar to The Last of Us. I know there are escort missions in other games as well, but I wanted to make a list where most of it involves, the same idea of protecting and escorting an NPC. If you have any other ideas, any other suggestions for games in this type of genre, I guess, let me know because I would like to try it out as well. Also, if you are new here, I have a second channel where I just focus on sales on games on PC, Steam, GOG, Humble Bundle, etc. So if you are interested, you can check that out as well. I'll put the link below. I make regular videos covering the best deals, biggest sales on Steam, and also the big Steam summer sales and videos like that. So yeah, you can join that as well. On this channel, I don't talk about sales, but on the second channel, it's only sales. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.